Hey guys, my name is Adam, and I'm here for another Rome to the War multiplayer battle replay. This is a Macedon versus Germania matchup. Taking a look at my build, I have 5 sets of Royal Pikemen at the front with gold upgrades. These guys are very powerful and can deal quite a lot of damage very quickly to my opponents. And not only that, they're about my second favorite faction. Carthage, of course, is my top faction, and I have the most wins with them, of course. But Macedon is another great Phalanx faction, and I really do enjoy their Phalanx capabilities. Behind them, I have 5 sets of archers with... I mean, these are varying upgrades. I have some gold silver, I have some silver. I mean, there's a bunch of variation here just because I spent the majority of my money on getting these upgrades filled up. Then I have 5 sets of companion cavalry with gold upgrades, so this is a very powerful cav component and can easily destroy any sort of Germanian cavalry. Taking a look at my opponent's build, which is Sabotage, he has 5 sets of barbarian noble cavalry. One of them, or actually 2 of them, have upgrades. The rest do not. So right here, gold silver. On the other side, he has another gold silver, but then the other one has no upgrades. So 5 sets of Barbarian Noble Cavalry with varying upgrades, I'm going to say. And over here, I'm going to get a lovely Cav Charge that's going to instantly rout the upgraded one. And with that guy gone, I mean, it's going to be very difficult for him to win a Cav fight. I also set 4 units over here to deal with just 3. So I am completely outnumbering him. I'm going for a little bit of an outflank maneuver here, but I don't even need it because his cavalry is going to rout. In response to this, he's peeling off a lot of units. He has Knight Raiders. Let's see how many. He has 3 sets of Knight Raiders. There's another one somewhere right there. He has 4 sets of Spear Warband, 2 sets of Chosen Archer Warband. He has his Barbarian Warlord. And finally, he has like 3 sets of Chosen Axemen and 2 sets of Berserkers. So the Berserkers are the most powerful, I would say, and they can be very dangerous in bulk. I'm really surprised he brought 2 sets. These guys are expensive, but they are really powerful. The problem that he's going to face, though, is that I am a Phalanx faction, and if he just runs straight into the front of my Phalanx, he will die, and that's something that a lot of Germanian players don't understand. They really don't see that coming. Over here, he's going to charge his general in, but as you can tell, my Phalanx is pretty much pointed towards him, so he's going to face a lot of damage here. He's losing a lot of his general, and I don't think this was a good move. I will grant that this was the only cavalry he had, but I think he could have made much better use out of his general, like doing rear charges once this fight began, stuff like that. But he will not do that. He's trying to keep his general safe, but at the same time he charged over here. I don't know if that was the best choice, but nonetheless, my archers are completely showering arrows on their general as well, so he is losing the majority of his unit at this point, and he is doing a lot of outflanking right here. I'm going to do some rear charges, but I'm also charging into this Knight Raider unit. I'm trying to run down all of these isolated units at the same time. I have a huge cavalry blob, and at this point, I can pretty much rout any Germanian unit that I choose, like right here. The Spear Warband and the Chosen Axemen here got charged by a blob of cavalry, and they died. The main reason for that is because they didn't have Warcry on. I'm sure he activated it before he charged in, but it had worn off by the time my cavalry got there. Also, I'm going to charge these guys from both sides, completely sandwich them, and that's going to be the end of them. Also, I'm doing a rear charge on these Knight Raiders, and I'm causing a rout there as well. Meanwhile, my Royal Pikemen have completely destroyed the Spear Warband line, which was pretty much to be expected. These guys are not a great Phalanx unit, and clearly Royal Pikemen are better for that respect. Now, the only problem I had with this game was that my opponent was lagging a lot. I don't blame him, though. I don't know the circumstances, but there was a lot of lag. It kept coming up like every 5 seconds with network errors, so there were a lot of micro mistakes I made, and some of them were my fault, but there was a lot of times where it was mainly my opponent lagging, and that's kind of annoying, but I don't blame him. It's absolutely fine. It was still a good game, and my opponent did a good job. He just didn't get around my flanks well enough. He needed to get around my Phalanx before my guys could rout his Spear Warband, which he just didn't manage to do. Also, he needed his cavalry to help with the fight as well, which unfortunately did not exactly go his way. The other cavalry that was in this direction got routed, except for that one, which has come back to the fight with 17 men left in the unit. And unfortunately, he's not going to concede defeat, so I have to run down all these units, but we were talking during this, so I guess that's why he didn't leave. Anyways, we get to watch some lovely cav charges on Chosen Axemen, and this is pretty much just going to be destruction. There we go. It's just a blob of cavalry. That's all that's happening right now. I'm charging into these very small units, which is blobs upon blobs of cavalry, and that's all you need to do. Also, this unit, I don't know what he had them do. I think he had them just rout off the field, because they were not routing. but apparently they just ran off. So I'm not exactly sure what he did there. There is a command you can give to your units to just have them run off the field, but I would be surprised if he actually knew how to do that, because not many people do. But over here, this is the last unit, and it will die. The Barbarian Chosen Cavalry that he used, or the Barbarian Noble Cavalry, just was not good enough. When you're versing Companion Cavalry of gold upgrades, you really don't have too many options. You really don't. But that was a clear victory for me. I ended up killing 1,372 units, and my opponent killed 332. He actually brought a couple more men than me, but I killed more in the long run. I had 967 men remaining, and my opponent had 100 men remaining. So 100 of these guys actually did get off the field, but other than that, everyone is dead, and you can see kind of the carnage on the battlefield. But taking a look at these statistics, you will see that all of my units actually did a good job. My archers were kind of a waste of money, but I'm happy I brought the amount I did just so I could shoot down his archers. Also, the peppering of his general helped a lot. It weakened that unit and made him scared to do the rear charges that he needed to do. So I think the archers were worth it. They didn't get as many kills as I would have liked to see. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the battle down in the comment section below, and I will see you in future videos.